Hello students, welcome to RD Chemistry. Now I'm going to solve set 3 of practice questions. If you have not watched practice question set 1 and set 2, please do watch and prepare well for the exams. So let us start now. Question number 1. Find out the total number of voids in 0.5 mole of the compound forming hexagonal closed path structure, that is the HCP. They are given zero point 0.5 mole of the compound. Assume it is equal to atom. 0.5 moles of atoms are there. Okay, forming HCP structure. So we have got number of atoms will take in terms of number of atoms, be easier for to understand. Let the number of atoms is equal to which form the HCP lattice, and that is equal in terms of moles. 0.5 moles are given. Okay, now we are supposed to get total number of voids. We have got tetrahedral voids is equal to 2n, and we have got octahedral void is equal to n. Therefore, total voids are equal to 3n. Fine, 3n. Therefore, that 3n is equal to 3 into n is already given 0.5 moles. Okay, so many moles are there. But we want not the moles, we want the total number of voids. So convert moles into the number of particles of the voids, like 1 mole contains Avogadro, zero point 0.5 moles contain. So 3 into 0.5 into 6 into 10 to the power 23. So many voids will be there, not in terms of mole. We are converted that mole. So this will be equal to, when you solve this one, finally we are going to get, so we will get approximately 9 into 10 to the power 23 voids. So the answer is equal to option number A. First one is the answer. Is that clear? Right? Next question. Total number of gas molecules in a room of capacity 25 meter cube at a temperature 27 degrees centigrade and 1 atmosphere pressure is. So first we'll calculate the number of moles. PV is equal to nRT. Calculate number of moles. That number of moles convert into molecules. 1 mole contains Avogadro number. Okay. So the number of moles are is equal to PV divided by RT. Correct. So they can P pressure in terms of 1 atmosphere into volume. Correct. Now R value I can write it as the 0.0821 in terms of atmosphere liter per mole per Kelvin, liter per mole per Kelvin, correct? Or atmosphere 1 liter is equal to 1 dm cube. That means if I want to introduce the atmosphere in dm cube, I need to convert this to 25 dm cube, 25 meter cube in the dm cube. Okay, right? So 1 atmosphere, let it be as into volume. Okay, 1 dm cube is equal to 10 to the power minus 3 meter cube agutte. Therefore 25 meter cube is equal to how many dm cube? So when you cross multiply, 25 divided by 10 power minus 3 barutte, athava 25 into 10 power plus 3 in terms of dm cube barutte. Aita? So therefore I should write it as the 25 into 1000, 1, 2, 3 divided by RT, R 0.0821 into temperature kottidare is to 27. 27 means 300 Kelvin. Okay, and this will be equal to 1015 moles barutte. Okay, moles barutte. But we don't want to moles, we want molecule. So 1015 into 1 mole contains Avogadro number. So 1015 mole contains into Avogadro number 6.023 into 10 power 23 molecules, and this will be equal to approximately, this will take the 1000 into 6, so 6000, so 6 point something it is, 6 point something into 10 power, so 1000 I taken, so let me make it at 26 here. Okay, so the answer is equal to option number C. Clear? Right? The next question, what will be the product form when the reaction following reaction take place? They are given alkyne with the mercury sulfate, sulfuric acid and D2O. This is the hydration alkyne, also known as the Kucherov reaction. Kucherov reaction. So I'll give the idea behind this one. Suppose R, C, triple bond CH is there. Okay. and in case of this mercury sulfate, all those things. Finally, we are going to add water molecule. Remember like this. So you have to add water molecule like this. So we'll get R C double bond O CH3. Okay. See to that, hydrogens are going to the terminal carbon atom. Okay. So here also, what you're going to do is split it, but they're not going to add water. Deuterated water they're going to add. So split into oxygen, deuterium, and deuterium. Okay. So we'll get cyclohexane, then a triple bond like this. Initial hydrogen was there. Now deuterium comes. Two deuterium comes, and it is a single bond, double bond. It is okay, right? So this should be the compound. Clear? Therefore, answer is option number 2 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Is that okay? Fine. Question number 4. Under which of the following reaction condition aniline gives para-nitro derivative? Okay. So that means suppose they have got aniline, we want majorly by some steps only para-nitro-aniline. So only at the para has to come, not at the meta, not at the ortho position. Suppose directly nitrate will get ortho, meta, para, all the three types of products. So now how to do that? For that, what you need to do is, okay, so we have to carry out the protection of this NH2 group either by acetylation with the acetyl chloride or with the acetic anhydride in the presence of pyridine. So we are going to protect that NH2 group. We'll get NHCOCH3. Now we carry out nitration in the presence of sulfuric acid. What will happen? Nitronium ion is generated, NO2 plus generated. So it cannot go to the ortho position because there is a steric hindrance is there. Trace amount is formed. So majorly we'll get the para product like this. So we'll get NHCOCH3. Then it is a NO2. Okay. After that we need to hydrolyze because we want free NH2. So what do you do? Hydrolysis means HOH. So we get one part acetic acid, other part aniline derivative. Okay. So the best answer is option number A. Acetyl chloride with the pyridine followed by reaction with the sulfuric acid and nitric acid. Option number A. Okay. Right. Next question. Among the given compound, okay, titanium, cobalt, copper, and nickel, they are given. Okay. So it should be Cu2Cl2 here. Okay. Print mistake. Cu2Cl2. Okay. And this is the NiCl42 minus, which is not visible. Okay. Right. Colorless species. Colorless species when there are no unpaired electrons. If there are unpaired electrons, so they can go for the T2G, EG, the jumping according to CFT. If there are unpaired electrons are there, it is colored. If there are no unpaired electrons, they are d orbital. Suppose it is a 3d0 or completely filled 3d10, then there are no unpaired electron, it will be the colorless. Okay. So what I'll do, I'll take the option directly and solve it. Option number D is the answer. So it is a titanium, okay, F62 minus, which means let me calculate X value. For titanium X plus 6 into fluoride is -1, it is -2, so X is equal to +4. Okay. Titanium, scandium, titanium, should remember atomic number 22, so it is a 3d2 and 4s2, correct? So titanium +4 means we have to remove all the electron from the, okay, both the orbitals. So 3d0, 4s0, no jumping of electron, no unpaired electron, it is colorless. Then Cu2 and Cl2, cuprous chloride. So 2x for copper plus 2 into -1 for chloride, total is 0. So therefore X is equal to +1, correct? Copper atom number is 29, exceptional configuration. So it is a 3d10 and 4s1. So copper +1 means it should be 3d10 and 4s0. So 3d10, no unpaired electron, all are completely filled. Therefore answer is option number B. Okay, clear? Right? D is the answer. Question number 6. Values of KSP, soluble product of two salts are given, nickel hydroxide and silver cyanide. Two values are mentioned respectively, which salt is more soluble. So it's based on the solubility and solubility product. Larger the S value, more soluble is the compound, more soluble the salt. Now we are going AgCN is given and other side is a nickel hydroxide. Okay. So this is the AB type salt, silver cyanide. So KSP is equal to, it is a S square. So S is equal to square root of KSP. So square root of second value, right? 6 into 17, 10 to the power minus 17, correct? Or this is equal to, I can make that 60 into 10 power minus 18, correct? So 60, 8 8s are 64. So I'll take approximately 7.8 comes into 10 power minus 9, correct? This is the solubility of the silver cyanide. So I'll compare with the one more solubility of the nickel hydroxide. This is of the type AB2 type. If it is AB2 type, it is a 4s cube, or s cube is equal to KSP divided by 4, or s is equal to cube root of KSP divided by 4. So KSP is given 2 into 10 to the power minus 15 divided by 4 to the power 1 by 3 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So let me go for further calculation. Let me scroll down. Okay. So we'll be having here. So this is a 1 by 2 now into 10 power minus 15 1 by 3 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Correct? So this is equal to 0.5 into 10 power minus 15 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. 1 by 3 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So what we'll do, we'll do the sum calculation. 5 into 10 power minus 16, 50 into 10 to the power, I need powers are multiples of 3, minus 17, or 500 into 10 to the power minus 18, correct? So all these are to the power 1 by 3 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, correct? So that when you remove that power, cube root of it, that will be 3 ones are 3 6s are 18. So this 500 approximately 8 cube, not exactly 8, 8 cube is equal to approximately 500. So 8 into 8, 64, 64 into 8, very closer to 500. So one value is 8 into 10 power minus 9. Okay, first value. Second solubility is 8 into 10 to the power minus 6 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Which is the larger value? Second one is the larger value. So yes, this is the S value. Larger the solubility, more soluble is the salt. Therefore, answer should be second one, nickel hydroxide. So the answer is option number 1 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Clear ಆಯ್ತಾ? Okay, fine. Next question. Oxidized states are given. So X is a plus 2 state, Y is a plus 5 state, and Z is a minus 2 state. Formula of the compound will be equal to. Remember, when you add all the charges, it should be equal to 0. Let me take first option. They are given X2, Y, Z6. So 2 into X plus 2 plus Y alone plus 6 into Z, that is minus 2. You have to find out whether it is equal to 0 or not equal to 0. 4 plus 5 minus 12. This is not equal to 0. So first one is not the answer. Let's try for the B option. X, Y2, Z6. X in terms of plus 2. Plus 2Y. Y in terms of plus 5. Plus 6 into Z in terms of minus 2. Is equal to 2 plus 10 minus 12. Correct? So this is equal to 12 minus 2. This is equal to 0. Total number of positive charges is equal to 0. Therefore, this is the actual formula of the compound. Need not try for C and D. Option number B. Clear? Arthaita? Next question. Aluminum displaces hydrogen from the dilute acid. If aluminum displaces hydrogen from the dilute acid, it should be anode. Remember, anode can liberate. Silver does not. That means silver should be the cathode. Silver should be cathode. And cell is constructed using aluminum and silver, and its E0 cell is equal to 2.46 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Okay, here it is. Reduction potential of silver electrode. E0 of silver is equal to given 0.80 volt. Question is, what the E0 SRP value of the aluminum is equal to? So we have the E0 cell is equal to E0 of cathode minus E0 of the anode ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Correct? E0 of the anode. Right? So it is a 2.46 is equal to cathode ಯಾವುದು? Silver. Silver value ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ 0.8 ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Minus anode. Anode E0 of the aluminum find out ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Therefore, E0 of the aluminum is equal to So it is 0.8 minus 2.46 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, which is equal to minus 1.66 volt. Okay. Therefore, answer is option number D. Clear? Next question, consider the reaction. Say this compound, it is the H plus ion. What is the product here? Now see carefully. H plus is given. Methyl groups are the alcohol. Okay. Whenever we have got ROH and HCl, say HCl is there. So water molecule is removed. RCl we are going to get plus water. Okay. Right. Now we'll protonate that one. So when you protonate that one, we are going to get, okay, there is no effect on the CH3 groups. Okay. So there are two CH3 groups, correct? Now you protonate. When you protonate this one, we'll get a water molecule. So water is positively charged. So dehydration take place, remove water molecule, correct? So get carbocation derivative. Okay. So this is a CH3 here, no change. And here there is a CH3, and here it is a CH3, and this is a positively charged carbocation. And this carbocation is a secondary carbocation. If there is a possibility of shifting either hydride or the methyl group to form tertiary, so tertiary is the preferred carbocation. So what we can do is we can shift this methyl group to this position. So we are going to get now the CH3 here, new CH3 is here, then here there is a one CH3, but it's a positive charge. Now this is a tertiary carbocation. Now it should form alkene. Okay. Now it should form alkene. Therefore, hydrogen which is there here should be lost. Okay. And double bond form should be formed like this. Okay. So the now final structure would be, here should be the double bond. This is a CH3 and this is a CH3 here and this is a CH3. This is a preferred product that is formed. Okay. Right. Or there is one more. I can remove hydrogen from here also. I can make the alkene. But this alkene here, alkene is more stable according to Seyde's rule. That alkene is formed which contain more number of substituent alkyl groups on the doubly bonded carbon atoms. Okay. So the answer is option number C. More stable alkene is formed. There can be major product, there can be minor product. So this is the major product that is formed here. Clear? Understood? Fine. The last question. Zeta potential or electrokinetic potential, an important topic. It comes in colloid. In colloid, we have got colloid can be positively charged species. And this positive charged species attracted by the negative ions present in the medium there. So there are two layers are there. One is a positive layer, other one is a negative layer in the colloidal solution. Whenever there are two different layers are there, electrical double layer, there's a generation of the potential, and that potential is called as the zeta potential. So the definition we are supposed to implement here. So it is a potential difference between the fixed charge layer and the diffused layer having opposite charges. Okay. So the charge on the colloidal particle is fixed, and that which is there on the medium is a diffused layer. Okay. So the answer is option number C. Okay. So that's all for this video. I've completed set number 3. Please do like, subscribe and share RD Chemistry YouTube channel videos. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.